All right, welcome back to Wired-Tec. This is it, the final part of our series where we've been unraveling the lost language of computer viruses. And today we're looking straight into the future. Last time we saw things get really serious with the rise of state-sponsored weapons like NotPetya. Remember that? A virus that wasn't about theft, but about pure, unadulterated destruction. So today we're asking, what could possibly come next in this cyber arms race?
You know, this quote from ILO Technologies really just hits the nail on the head. It perfectly sets the stage for where we're going, because we're about to see a fundamental shift in this fight, a turning point where the enemy we've been chasing is actually starting to think for itself.
To really, truly understand the future, we have to take one last look at the past. For decades, cybersecurity has been this predictable, relentless game of cat and mouse. An attacker writes a piece of code, and a defender writes a piece of code to stop it. Back and forth.
And this is the exact timeline we've been following, right? We started with Elk Cloner, which was basically just a high school prank on a floppy disk. Then we moved to the Jerusalem virus, a destructive logic bomb just waiting for a specific date to cause chaos. And we wrapped up with NotPetya, a true weapon of cyber warfare. Now, each step was a massive escalation, for sure, but the core principle, it always stayed the same.
And for a long, long time, our number one weapon was signature-based detection. This was the gold standard. Your security software had this giant database of known virus fingerprints. If a file matched a signature, boom, it was blocked. Simple, effective, but with one single critical flaw. It could only stop threats it had already seen before.
And this is where the battlefield changes completely. What happens when malware doesn't have a fixed signature anymore? What if it's not some static piece of code, but a dynamic, thinking adversary that can change its identity on the fly?
So let's talk about a theoretical but totally plausible next step, a strain of malware that researchers are calling PromptLock. And listen, this isn't just an evolution, it's a revolution. It uses artificial intelligence to fundamentally change the entire game.
This chart really shows you the stark contrast. Think of traditional antivirus like a security guard with a photo album of known criminals. It works as long as the bad guy matches the picture. But AI-driven malware like PromptLock? It's a shapeshifter. It can change its appearance and identity in a split second, making that photo album totally useless.
So how does it pull this off? Well, as you can see here, PromptLock runs its own small AI model, an LLM, directly on the machine it infects. It uses that AI to generate a completely unique piece of attack code for every new computer it hits. It literally never writes the same code twice. The attack is fileless, meaning it lives only in the computer's memory, and its signature changes every single time. It's basically invisible to traditional antivirus.
A threat this advanced? Well, it requires a complete overhaul of our defenses. You can't fight a shapeshifter with a photo album. You have to learn to think like it. You have to fight AI with AI. So let's see how the next generation of defense is rising to meet this challenge. This is what we call Next Generation Antivirus, or NGAV. Instead of looking for known signatures, the what of an attack, NGAV uses AI and machine learning to analyze behavior, the how. It's not looking for a specific face in the crowd. It's looking for anyone who is acting suspiciously, no matter what they look like. Here's how it works. First, the AI predicts threats by crunching huge amounts of data to spot emerging attack patterns before they even happen. Then, its machine learning models watch for anomalies on your system. Is a program suddenly trying to encrypt all your files? Is it trying to contact a suspicious server? NGAV spots this weird behavior, even from a virus no one has ever seen before. And finally, it automates the response, instantly isolating the threat before it can do any real damage. It's proactive, not just reactive.
And this brings our entire journey full circle. We've traced the history of malware from these simple little bits of code to weapons of war. And now we're standing at the dawn of something completely new.
The whole theme of this series was about deciphering a lost language. But the era of just deciphering is, it's ending. We are now facing a generative language, one that literally writes itself in real time, creating infinite variations. The language is no longer lost, it's being born every single millisecond.
We have gone all the way from Elk Cloner, a teenager's prank on a floppy disk, to a future that's going to be defined by a complex AI arms race. The same technology that promises to be our greatest shield could also become our most formidable adversary. And that leaves us with one final big question. Do you trust AI to protect your data, or do you fear it'll be used to steal it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want more stories that decode the technology shaping our world, Please make sure to subscribe to Wired-Tec and like this explainer. Thanks so much for watching.